There's a lot of yeast, aren't there?
Milk bread. He had his toy in his mouth, he ran to your foot of your bed, now he's just staring at your bed.
He does that. Okay, so last time, you traveled through the Twelveswood, or rather the Shroud, as it's more commonly known, the Northern Shroud, to Fallgourd Float, found, I love that shirt, found the citizens, the inhabitants of Fallgourd Float were hiding, having heard your airship crash, kind of hard to miss that, a good distance away, but fearing for an entity called Odin, who might be in the guise of someone that they know. They were hiding in their hamlets, hovels, whatever you want to call it. I guess the big buildings is kind of nice. Yeah, the big building's more than a cottage, I think. But eventually, not thatched roof cottages. Eventually, they, through some sneakiness of Millie and Kevin and someone else spoke up, I don't remember. But they determined that you were in fact just travelers, and they offered you chocobos for a rather expensive price, which Emmerich paid quite a bit more than, and they offered a bit of advice as well, to watch out for Odin. Why'd you just get a big smile when I said that?
What Eric said.
I didn't see what Eric
He wrote,
said.
Millie spoke up.
Oh, yes. Okay, I missed that. Words are hard. Where was I? Oh, you left on your chocobos. Way to go. And continued out the other side of the town, the Fallgourd Float, the settlement, I guess I should say, and made your way through many, many ruin-pocked landscapes. Words. Millie started to hallucinate a bit and almost choked to death. Fun stuff. After she molested a mushroom. And Sid had an interesting dream.
I can't help it if the mushroom's a one-bump chump.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
When morning came, you continued along through the ruins, through the shroud itself, towards more ruins that seem to be quite a bit more intact. And Emmerich and Justinian have identified this as the location that the dragon of Virtuous Brood are operating out of. And I believe that's where we left off. Did I forget anything?
It's his consort's there, right? The consort dragon?
Dice tower.
Say it again?
His consort is there, right?
His consort is there, yes.
Okay.
Tiamat. And oh yeah, you made the comment. You're like, oh, I know Tiamat. Somebody said that, right?
Yeah, somebody did, I know.
Yeah.
Or that we're screwed if it's Tiamat.
Yeah, it wasn't Tiamat. It's Tioman. Tioman. Okay. Wow, John just edited a picture of Adam's baby breathing fire.
Really?
It's in the D&D channel.
I was listening to the update. I was also saying his baby did a fire attack, so, you know.
I'm trying to remember her name, oh my gosh.
A breath weapon.
Starts with an S. Hold on.
Okay. I'm sure.
Smog.
Smog? Yes.
Let's see, we're okay, because it's not a regular dragon, it's a fairy dragon, because she's so adorable.
Baby?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not Tiamat.
Tiamat's adorable too.
Cool. Well, that works pretty well to make it not crazy fucking loud.
Oh well, I can't find her picture right now. Or her name right now. Zara sent it to me somewhere. Starts with an S. Sierra? Something like that. Anyway, we'll get started now.
And we had made camp the night before.
We're already walking.
It's all the dreams. And yeah, so we made camp, woke up, we're fully rested, and it wasn't very far after camp that we reached where we are at.
It was like
Right. Base camp of the
So
dragon.
still morning, still
Right.
plenty of daylight.
Right. Now, you did get to a point where you saw a staircase headed up, and you saw what appeared to be hollowed out armor that was moving around on its own. To the side of the road, you actually see what looks like it might have been a road sign, but it's been broken, and it's like face down in the dirt.
It's an alcoholic.
Yes, the road sign is an alcoholic gin. That's very good.
Yep.
Can I walk over and turn it over so I can read it?
Sure. It looks like it's been pushed into the mud a bit, but when you pull it out, you dust it off a bit. It's a sign that it says, "Caution, beyond this point, the wood whalers will not be able to help you. Enter at your own risk."
What's that thing say over there?
It says we're in trouble if we walk on our own. The wood whalers won't be able to help us.
Wait a second. So you're saying whoever made that sign knew we were coming, specifically mentioned us. All right, this is starting to get a little dangerous. Hey, I was about to call him Turnip. Hold on. Shoot, he's spice with everything nice.
Turmeric?
Hey, Turmeric, what gives? How come first dragons attack us on the ship, now they're writing signs about us? Well, how come everyone knows where we're coming?
Kevin, I don't believe that sign was addressed to our party. That was a caution sign for anyone who wandered this way.
Okay. Sure. Well, why don't you just say so? You made it sound like they wrote that to us.
Well, I didn't know you would take me so literally.
I mean, just look, and with all the things that's been going on, I think it's just, maybe I'm a little tense. I mean, I swear I saw, some crazy horse riding guy, and no one saw it. And,
I know, and you were in such a vulnerable position too.
Exactly. I think now you understand. I mean, catching a man with his pants down is just cruel.
I know. Poor thing.
Anyway, I just want to get this job done with. Turmeric, we just go up these stairs? Should we be quiet? I mean, what's the deal?
Well, just what we're discussing, is it not? I think that caution is perhaps the best way to go about things. Sir Estinian thinks otherwise, and thinks we should just go headstrong in and kill everything we see.
Well, Aston, I'm usually okay with the taking that approach, but given that everyone on probably already knows where you're coming, because they might be able to sense you, we might want to pick them off one by one versus just an all-out attack.
Yeah, I
No,
thought
strategy.
I thought our plan was to go in a little tactically and stealthily for this.
Well, is that the only way to get in? Could we go around?
I believe that this is the only available entrance.
Okay.
The rest have long since crumbled away or collapsed.
Still listening. I just have to take the dog out really quick.
Who are you asking?
Hammered. And pointing to the stairs.
I'm not certain. But I have heard that previous civilizations that lived in this area, the Gelmorans in particular, were fond of animating objects, perhaps with the souls of the deceased. It's unclear to me. My understanding is these may be artifacts of such an era.
Well, if that is the only way to go in, and there's still armor walking about, how are the dragons able to pass to and fro without disturbing the armor? And vice
That is
versa.
what we intend to find out. That is, in addition to addressing the dragon problem that is here, that would include that we also need to find out how they are launching from here.
It could be an elaborate alarm system that they're using, just like Melee and Deus were using the other night, except they're using enchanted armor. And if we go up there, we could be setting off an alarm system, and then all the dragons will come crashing down on us.
That's certainly possible. My instinct tells me that the armor was here before the dragons, but I can't be certain.
Well, I think we should be careful until we get some more information.
Yes, indeed.
Consummate these.
Guy wouldn't know Majesty if it bit him in the face. Where's the beefy arm?
I don't know, I haven't seen a dragon with a beefy arm yet. You show me one, and then I will render all dragons with beefy arms.
All right. So we're all agreed, right? So nice and sneaky.
4 limbs and wings.
I think that's the best course of action because, to be perfectly honest, Aston, your last plan didn't go so well. So let's take it from here.
Well, there's a lot of us to go sneaking in. Maybe only 2 or 3 of us should go. Sort of like a reconnaissance.
Oh, I think separating apart makes lots of sense. Yeah. Okay, so let's set our group up in a reconnaissance mission. I think the most stealthy people in our group. Let's see, we got Millie. Let's see. Fifi's really stealthy too. Right? You ever know the stealthy people? I mean, I feel like I'm pretty stealthy.
No, I think it would be better to have you back here and protect us. Just in case things goes out.
I get what you're saying.
What if Odin shows up? You've heard his hoofbeats, so how would we know that it's Odin and not some other deer?
Yeah, but sure, look at this. I mean, look how stealthy I can be. And I kind of get down, like, in a crouch position. I'm slowly walking, like, looking like a complete moron, but, like, the over-animated stealthy movement, right? I mean, I walk like this. Yeah. Let's just figure out how many people we have on the other side part. You men over there, which ones are stealthy?
We've all been trained in some degree of stealth. That said, we are wearing rather noisy armor.
So what I'm hearing is 2 of us, and only 2 of us, are gonna go in.
Well, sounds about right.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
I can mask our movements, the sound of our movements, using the eye.
Nope, I asked him, we talked about this. And I might attract dragons, just like the last time. I mean, am I the only one? I'm not dumb, am I? Why are you coming up? Are you trying to get us caught? I'm starting to doubt your focus to this mission. I want options that work, not options that will get us killed.
Here's the deal. I don't know why he suddenly talks like Joe Biden. From what we best understand, this eye will only alert Breacher. Breacher would then have to either fly here himself or send a message to his brood in some way. Might give us some time before they arrive, and give us some stealth. But if you don't want me to use it, I won't.
Well, it's good to know it's an option. This is my suggestion. As leader of the group, I think it's only fair if we send our 2 members in first, being stealthy-like, do some reconnaissance, come back, tell us what there is, and then we might use your plan.
And what happens when the two of you that are stealthy get caught and set off the alarms for all of us?
Quite disrespectful. I mean, really, you think our group is gonna get caught?
Are you burning
Once again, I'm asking Estinian to play the distraction. Once again.
Well, if Millie's not comfortable heading in on her own, I'm not going to make her do that. So, if Estinian's plan's the only thing we have, then...
You could just throw a rock up there and hit one of them and see what happens.
I can go with Millie.
All I'm asking is for these dragons to pay their fair share of taxes.
That's so shocking. I can't do his impersonation.
Also, I don't know why this reminded me earlier when we mentioned Trogdor the Burninator. If you ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, in the second to last episode, like they're gearing up for a big fight against like the ultimate evil. But to blow off steam in the second to last episode, they're playing D&D and they're going up against Trogdor the Burninator.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, that's I played that with my parents yesterday, and I had them watch the video.
Yeah, it's great.
And then Lena got us killed.
Of course. I mean, she can't be good at everything. She had to teach you how to procreate after all.
Well, either way, we're not getting much done standing out here by ourselves.
I think
The butterfly floats past.
if you're itching for a fight, why don't you draw them out here? At least the walking armor first. Just throw something up there and see what happens.
Actually, I thought about that. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. The problem is, last time I checked, I can't fly. I mean, I tried. When I was pooping, I tried to, like, fly, and I almost just fell back.
No, just
I
throw
thought maybe the propulsion, you know, when you let one loose, the propulsion can, like, get you moving, but it just didn't work.
Okay, great. No, just pick up this. You could just here throw this sign up there to get their attention. See if one of them comes down or if all of them come down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather fight them in a cave where they can't fly than fight them outside where they can fly and pick us off one by one.
We're not going after the dragons. It's just the armor that we see.
That's it. I'm sick of waiting around. I'm gonna go sneak up there. I'll let you know if I see anything. Kevin, like, begrudgingly is walking up there, not being stealthy, but not being stealthy, right? Like, he's kind of just aggravated.
Okay. You guys are just letting Kevin walk in?
Right. Is anyone going to stop him? Really? No one?
I don't think I can.
Once he gets towards the cave, he's definitely going to try to sneak. He's going to try to be as stealthy as possible once he's, like, closer to the entrance.
It is a cave, right? That we're looking at?
Oh, it was
No, it's not. I'm
like
taking a picture.
a cliff with stairs going up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There was like stairs going up, and there's like higher landing with more runes.
But Millie will quickly cast a minor illusion of a red hand doing like the stop motion in front of Kevin's face.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's close by.
Halt!
Hey, Kevin stops.
Ariel's gun.
He gets closer to the hand and is trying to touch it.
It turns like white and then starts saying, walk. Walk. Walk.
He starts walking. No, I'm just kidding.
Just stick figure.
Kevin turns around. Hey, I think the dragons might be here. There's some like magic hand, like from God. Must be some religious hand. Is up and it's trying to make me stop.
Okay, Kevin, why don't you hang back a second? We're working on something. Might be able to get us up there safer.
I'm just ready to go. Sitting around here twiddling my thumbs ain't getting us going anywhere.
Sherman's gonna go up.
She's sitting on the rock. Sorry, go ahead.
Sherman's gonna go up and she's going to grab onto his belt and start pulling him back towards the rest of us.
Hey! I can walk. Calm down. I told you. I
You're
told
walking
you.
the wrong way.
Oh, nope. I'm not into this. I'm a happily married man. This is not the time for it.
And you're not going to do Georgina any favors if you end up dead. And now come back to the rest of us while we figure out what's going on.
Fine. Now come on back.
Okay.
So I
right,
don't think we should all go up there because it would be bottlenecking us, essentially. It's just one stairway. Out here, we have a lot more room to evade if anything wrong happens.
I just want to point out the stairway is very large. There's plenty of room across. Like, all of you could stand shoulder to shoulder and still have room to go up it.
But
And
it's
how many
stairs.
armors were
It's
there?
not OSHA. It's not
You saw
OSHA
two.
approved.
That is correct. It is not OSHA.
I just finished my
I make
OSHA
that
training.
joke every time I go into St. Mosian's Arboretum because you drop down this hole for like 200 fulms or something like that. I'm like, this is not OSHA compliant, and everybody in my party laughs every time.
Well, Millie's gonna grab Phoebe's hand and just point towards the stairs and slowly start heading that way until she does a spell.
Fifi, you doing anything?
I'm going.
Are you
I
casting
guess.
invisible?
Sure, I'll be invisible.
What about Millie?
I
I'm
can only do it on one person.
Yeah, it's concentration. Higher level, you have to upcast
Who did we
it.
just lose?
John.
I
No.
think.
Poe.
Oh,
Oh,
He
okay.
was messing with his mic a second ago. I think there might be a problem.
Me? No, I wasn't touching anything.
No, Poe was
Oh.
messing with his
Oh.
and Millie's gonna cast guidance on herself. Ooh, excellent.
So I'm gonna have Millie and Fifi roll stealth checks, please.
23 for Millie.
Okay. And Fifi?
Hold
Also, have either of you do
on. Natural 20
ooh.
plus invisibility.
adding its fullest?
I think invisibility lets you go with advantage in this circumstance because it's a sight-based check.
Alright, maybe I'll just
Maybe
roll
you'll
and
get
see if I
two
get two
natural
20s.
20s.
Trying to fill up that limit.
Second roll.
I was gonna say, would that would count, right?
Mhm.
So as
I
with
said
two
yes.
nat ones.
So, net 20 plus.
Okay.
26 with the net 20.
Do either
Damn.
of you, are either of you missing any hit points?
I don't think so.
Okay. What are you laughing at?
You are now.
Okay.
Good. Then you don't instantly die. You just mostly die.
Okay. So, are you moving at normal speed or slower speed?
Slow speed, I guess, because 5th edition doesn't really specify what your move speed is while stealth.
I'm asking for role-playing purposes.
Yeah. Slowish.
I mean, slower than normal, but still, like, as fast as you can go and still be still.
So, half speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm not holding Fifi's hand anymore. That was just to
Right.
get the
Okay.
thing going.
So, you're not invisible, but you are doing a very good job of hiding. And as the two of you are walking up this old stairway, this kind of decrepit stairway here, you got a smirk on your face.
No, no.
That's just your face.
Yeah, it's my face.
Okay.
You know, now I can't stop because he said something.
Yeah. I'm like, what did I say? What did I do? You derailed my train of thought.
As we slow sneak
Farewell.
upstairs.
Thank you. You step on a brick that is loose, and as you put your weight on it, it kind of just breaks and crumbles down a little bit. The armor does not seem to notice, or if it does, it doesn't move. One of the things that you're doing is you're keeping an eye on the movement and the direction of the armors, and you're angling yourself around them so that you're always behind their point of view.
Neat.
With a roll like you got. So, you're able to go up 130 foams to a landing at the top of this stairway leading upwards. It was not an easy climb the entire way. Some of these stairs had worn flat or worn rounded to the point where they weren't stairs at all anymore, just kind of like a slippery bump. So you guys were able to get to the top to the point where you can look down and you can now see the rest of your team, the rest of your party below, kind of like peeking out from behind the cliff wall, just like that kind of thing, right? But you're up top, and you can see them. What you see up here, let me get you a picture. This is your immediate view. The landing there. So directly behind you, stairs. Those going back down, the ones that you just climbed. And a couple of armors that haven't noticed you yet. This is directly in front of you. There looks like there's a path to the south, because when you went up these stairs, you were headed north. You went up the stairs, which were east. So going south now, to the right of where you are. They have additional. It looks like there's an additional path. When you look off to the north from where you are now, it looks like there was a path here at one point, and you possibly can still get to the other side of the path, but there is at least a 30 foam gap where whatever was here collapsed below. And like if you were to look down the side, you would see broken rock everywhere. And it's not like it didn't collapse in on a building. It's like this was a bridge built over some rock that was up here leading to a path on the other side.
Gotcha. So the hole was there when the thing was built, and then the thing collapsed into the hole that was already there.
Yep, because it's been a long time.
Yeah. And is there additional armors, like in the
There
picture?
are 2 more armors that you see here.
Okay. So being that the 4.
Well, you've seen 4. So there were 2 on the staircase, and they were kind of patrolling. And then there's 2 that you see here.
So, since the stairs are going into the rock, there'd be a part of the rock where we could stand and then be looking down on top of the stairs. Kind of like, because like the way the picture looks, these rocks go straight up from the base of the stairs. So that means if I'm like on the rocks up here,
yes.
I can look down.
Yes.
So
how you would get there, you don't immediately see an easy way to get
okay,
there.
so then these rocks are also higher than the level of the plateau we're on now.
Correct. Also, the distance that you moved on the stairs, you did move, I said it was 130 foams up, but that's still like 70 foams or 65 foams
Gotcha.
In distance.
Okay, so, I couldn't tell if it was like, now we're level with the top of the rocks, but no, the rocks are still higher.
Yes, those rocks are still higher, and you can't see a way to get on top of them. Not to say that you can't.
Yeah. Then how far away is the closest suit of armor, either up here or in the stairs?
15 feet behind you on the stairs. There's another one, another 45 feet after that.
Okay.
Now, the ones that you see up here are equidistant from you, about 25 foams.
Okay. So for the one that's 15 feet behind us, I'm assuming it's not it's looking away from us either.
It's currently looking down the staircase. Like, you timed out its movement. It's like it has a programmed movement.
Gotcha.
It's not programmed, but it seems to be following.
It has a routine, at least. Okay.
It seems to be following a routine that it had maybe when it was alive.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion in front of that one and just do, since it's the cantrip version, it can't move, but just a static image of, like, a chicken, like 10 feet in front of the knight, the armor, to see if it does anything.
Okay. As soon as the chicken appears, you just hear this low hum, like, right? And you see the suit of armor kind of like unnaturally bend and look at it, right? It smacks the ground, and a spike of earth comes up out of the stairs, destroying a section of the stairway and obscuring the image of the chicken.
Cool. I wait for the dust to settle, and
Is the chicken still there?
Yes, but any creature capable of thought would now know it is an illusion because it saw something go through it.
Right. So it returns to its normal posture, but it begins looking around.
Really? What the fuck?
There's also now a section of the stair that is more or less unusable.
This is quiet scribbles.
The armor turns around, noticing that it hears chalk scribbles.
So this is just a Fifi. You get that, Eric?
Yep.
Okay.
Those of you who are not them, roll a perception check. Anyone who's not Fifi or Miller.
Oh, how loud was the spike? Was
Loud.
It loud, loud? Did the other three...
It broke stone.
Yeah. Did the other three seem to react nice to the sound of that?
They did not.
Okay. Alright, second test. Minor illusion. Again, this time just making a sound of a chicken. Off to like the armor's peripheral, either side, just not in our
Which
direction.
armor?
The one that
The same one?
Yeah, because it's only 30-foot range, so that's the only one I can reach. Well, I could reach the ones on top, but I'm doing the stair one.
Okay. The sound goes off. Like that, more or less. Was that a good chicken? I don't know.
Good.
I've
Sounds like a Zelda chicken to me.
I've never actually been around a chicken in real life that wasn't dead.
It's pretty grim.
Well, I mean, it's food.
They make good pets.
Anyway, thank you for that. Chickens
never
are
had
actually
chickens.
one of the most.
My dog's like, what is going on? Stop eating me. I rolled 19, by the way.
What was that?
I rolled a 19.
A 19? Okay.
2.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Oh, did you put your modifier on that, Jess?
Plus 7.
You're not very perceptive.
Wait, you got a 2?
Out of 15 plus 7, 22.
22.
Oh.
I just heard the 2 on our end, and I'm like, that's mathematically impossible.
No, the 7's a -7.
Oh, God.
No, she put cotton in her ears so she doesn't have to hear Kevin.
Okay, can't blame her.
Okay. Poe, what'd you say you got 13?
13.
Okay. And Kevin, you got, what was it? 19?
19.
Okay. All of you, except for Poe. Poe, you're a little bit lost in your thoughts at the moment. Something's messing with your head a bit to the point where you don't really notice until you see everyone else in your little group down there all look skyward. And you hear the beating of wings. And Emmerich, Stinian, all motion for everyone to get to cover, right? So there's a little bit of an overhang on the cliff wall that you were against. Everybody gets underneath that to the best of their ability. It's not perfect. But looking up, you now see it's an off-white colored dragon, about the size of the ones you saw on the airship, just fly overhead, just like, looks like it's scanning the ground. To the best of your knowledge, you don't think it saw you. But it definitely was flying around this area, and you didn't see it before until, some noise was made.
Is that easily seen by Fifi and me?
You guys have a little bit of a roof above where you are, so now that you've gotten up to that landing, like, if you look up, you're looking at stone.
Oh, okay.
So, The dragon did not appear to be looking in where you were, and it was flying high enough that you'd be obscured by the stone there. So if it got lower, it could probably see you, but
it'd have to get low enough to then be able to look up.
it would have to get low enough to... No, it could be level with you.
Or, okay.
But it's not at the moment. And you can hear it, but not see it where you are.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught that, Fifi.
Got it.
Just adjusting the notes. Okay. Recognizing the noise, I will no longer choose to fuck with the armors. Oh, but what did the the armor do in reaction to the chicken?
That's what I started to do. Sorry about that. I got derailed. Literally, as soon as the sound goes off, the armor, with unnatural speed, like more so than you'd think that it would be able to move, goes right to the location of the sound and begins looking around, like a vroom, vroom, like a Cylon sound, the old toaster sound, right? And just kind of looking around and straightening up again. And now it turns in your direction. Well, it's looked everywhere else.
Yeah.
So now it turns in your direction. Roll a stealth check, please. Fifi, you don't have to roll one.
That is a 15.
Okay.
You hide in Fifi's shadow.
Yeah, 15.
15 total. You don't have a modifier?
No, 8 plus 7.
Oh, my bad. Okay. You find one of the crumbling columns around here, some dirt or some stone that's on the ground. You're small enough that you can hide behind it. It has not charged up towards you, so you think it hasn't noticed you.
And you said that one was 15 feet away from me?
Oh, that?
That one was 15 feet away?
Yes, the one that was on the stairs.
15 volts, okay.
I don't understand this measurement that you're talking about.
I'm just going to sit still until it looks like it goes back. While it has moved left and right, has it moved up or down from its placement on the stairs?
They have in the time that you watched it, yes. At the moment, no. But as you were heading up the stairs, it was patrolling kind of like in a square shape around the stairs.
Gotcha.
And from as you were going up, part of the worn down stone that you could see was exactly the path that it's been patrolling, likely for hundreds of years.
Neat.
Same thing with the one lower than that.
Cool. So I'm just sitting still until it goes back to its patrol.
Okay, sure.
And keeping an ear out for the beating of the dragon to see if it sounds like it's flying away.
Well, you can't hear the dragon anymore.
Oh, okay.
You have no idea where it went. Those of you who hid under the rock, you lost sight of it, so you don't know where it went. You wait for a good 2 minutes before the Dullahan, that's what it's called, begins its patrol again. You've managed to stay out of sight of the two that are up here as well. They're also patrolling, except in more of like a line shape, like point A to point B and that.
Gotcha. Now you said, so with these, how big's the route of the ones on the stairs? Like, are they going side to side to cover the whole breadth of the stairs?
Yeah, and then down about the same. So I would say each leg of their path is about 20 foams.
20, 20, 20, 20?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Like, they're not walking into the wall, but they're walking, kind of closely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just remembering now. You hit record, right, Daz?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You had gotten up to do it.
Let me just make sure. Now you got me.
Sorry. It's just kind of like my mind was there.
I'm not used to walking this way. I don't know. Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Okay. As you're watching this group,
And this is to Fifi. Just as goodbye. Prompt whispers.
Kevin's hard head will shield them.
as you're writing that to Fifi, you see this small creature. It's about this high off the ground, roughly. About the size of a Lalafell, actually. Completely green skin, small tail, and it's holding a lantern.
Did you say green skin?
I did.
Oh no.
Look, guys.
And it scurries around this area. It looks like it crawled out of a crack that was nearby, and it scurries around this area and goes right past the armor, who are standing still at the time. And one of the armors notices it and pulls out its giant sword and bisects it in one, just one swing.
At what point did the armor react? Because, okay, so it looked like it was coming down the stairs, the critter was going down the stairs?
No, it
Or just one of the upper ones that chopped it?
crawled out of, it's an upper one. It crawled out of a crack that was up here. Looks like you probably would not easily be able to fit through it.
No, not that yet.
But it crawled out of that, and then it got within about 5 feet. It was pretty much as soon as it entered the sight line.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was getting at. See if it, turned around and chopped it, or as soon as it went into the line of sight, it chopped it.
It was pretty quiet when it was moving, too. You didn't hear it, you just saw it.
Okay.
I think you're sufficiently near the dungeon that I can change the music.
Oh, no.
Nope, not that one.
From our position, about how high up are the rocks? How much further up do the rocks appear to go?
Are you talking about the ones that you saw on your way up,
Yeah.
the sides of the stairs?
If we're trying to, I'm thinking, climb the rocks, scale down the cliff.
I would say approximately they go up another 25 foot.
Okay. And then, so if we went 130 diagonally, that'd be 65 straight
90
up?
feet, 90 foot. Because you went 65 feet up, this is another 25, so it's 90 foot.
Gotcha.
If you were to...
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Again, to Fifi.
Climb rocks and what?
Lower rope for group.
Alright.
You gonna be okay, Poe? You sick?
Oh, jeez, I thought I was still muted. No, I'm alright. Just annoying cough.
Did you try to stop licking cats?
I try.
Airball. Yeah.
I try, but they're very tempting.
Okay.
So, what did you say, Fifi? Eric, was that a yes to the rope plan?
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to look for a way up the rocks.
Okay. It's sheer. It looks like scaling the rocks would be pretty difficult. this was not a natural occurrence necessarily. This was built this way. So whoever created this ruin back in the days when it was new, they made the rocks here sheer. So if there's a way to get on top of that cliff, like from this building, you haven't gotten it yet. But that's not to say it can't be. You can see the top of the cliff, but getting up there would be difficult. I'm not saying it can't be done. By the way, that GIF that I just posted in there, the little green thing that you saw was about that size, which, compare it to the size of the rocks on the ground, it's pretty small. Are those sheer pantyhose, John?
That was in spirit of Kevin.
Okay.
Probably.
Because if you're familiar, as long as it has a range of at least 25 feet.
It's got a fly speed of 30.
Okay.
Does it have hands or feet, claws or something?
Mouth.
I mean, it's like an elemental, so I don't know if it. I mean, I guess, yeah,
It
claws.
could hold it with its air limbs. Not to be confused with heirlooms. That's how you make clothing out of air. Or blankets.
Arcanist.
What are you doing?
Looking up the...
I just see him furiously swiping through pictures on his phone.
That would be a Garuda EG, is that
Yes.
the one?
Professor Gale's the Garuda EG.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small wind elemental, so...
Yeah. I already ruled that it could hold it.
I was just thinking if there was anything like this. Familiar can't get more than 10 feet away from you, or something like that.
Got it.
Nope.
Yeah, so then I'll tie my silk rope to my grappling hook and offer it to Professor Gale.
Okay. At the moment, you are 20 fulms away from one of the endpoints of the armor's path.
Okay, then... So, here, if I've got... Let me see if I can get this... So if I got this correctly, so say this was the stairs we came up.
I was about to pull out my little chart, or my...
So this was the stairs we came up.
Yes.
There's a path that goes that way?
That's the broken path. The one that has the collapsed area.
Okay, and then there's a path that goes this way.
By path, it's like a large open landing area attached to the side of this building. That's what I mean by like this section here is filled out.
And then this is trees and stuff?
No, that's what I'm trying to say is this section here, like you got it right. That's the stair. You don't have this cutoff path here. It's that like everything.
Okay, so it's
else.
more like we kind of came up to a giant T intersection, and this is all road, but this part's broken.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily road, as it's just like dirt and grass on stone. Now the area that you're looking at, you went this way, and one of the paths of the armor goes like this, and back that way, and then there's another one that is going from here over here.
Okay. And how far could we go towards the broken path before we hit the hole?
10 fulms from the stairs.
Okay, so basically like kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Now there is another path on the side, but it's 30 feet across, 30 fulms across.
And how deep does the pit look?
It's like at least 70 fulms.
Okay. Then.
It like lets out near where you came up the stairs. Like on the side.
Then I guess to maximize our distance from the patrolling golem, we'll send up Professor Gale right there.
So on the other side.
Yeah, other side, so that way they could still, because there's 10 feet, so that's plenty enough to climb, in theory, climb up and over, and not fall in the hole. You know, it's not like you got to land on like a 1-foot landing or something like that.
Not that kind of whiteboard. They're like small squares that are gridded out. I use them for battle.
That's the little map we're looking at. So where the arrow is where I'm having Professor Gale go up. This curve in the X is the hole in the ground, and then the dotted lines are the path of the armors.
It looks way more simplified than what I was hearing you were talking about.
I was trying to make it sound simple.
No, I had to. It's just because there's like trees in the background.
Not up here.
Okay, so just in the I thought the picture had trees, so that's why I thought there was.
There's shrubberies and stuff like that.
Oh, shrubbery.
Let me see. Did the picture exactly have trees in it?
Dullahan say knee? Please tell me they say knee.
Wait, what?
Did the Dullahan say knee?
Do they say knee? Like the knights do say knee?
Okay, I guess it's not trees, but it's like overgrowth.
Yes.
That's I mistook that for a tree line.
They do not say knee, because they in fact do not say anything at all.
Well, no wonder they're angry.
But their weakness is their knees.
No.
But okay. So, Professor Galing Hook up the cliff.
Professor Galing Hook?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Gale flies it up, 25 fulms, and gets it lodged in something up there. In this case, it happens to be a crack in the stone.
All right. And with my phenomenal climbing ability, I'm gonna try to scale the cliff.
Okay.
To the top.
Please make a climbing check.
Gonna-
Are you doing this with stealth?
I mean, I'm not trying to make noise, but I don't know how one would climb stealthily other than not be wearing armor when they do it.
Don't you have some kind of spider climb or something?
Nope. But I will guide myself first. So this will be athletics, because that's climbing.
Yep.
Because it's sheer, so I can't do any hop, skip, and a jump.
Correct.
That's garbage. Yeah, that's a whopping 6.
Okay.
Don't we get off the ground?
You start to climb, and you get approximately 4 fulms off the ground before you completely lose your handhold, and you just completely fall on your ass. And you hit your hand on the ground, scraping a little bit. You lose 1 hit point.
Ouchie.
You want me to do it?
She will nod dejectedly.
Alright, I guess I shall cast fly on myself.
Okay. How long is the cast on fly? Is it 1 action?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, it just takes the place of your invisibility.
Okay. As you cast fly, does this remove your invisibility also?
I don't remember. I think last time you said that it's combat
Oh, because
stuff.
they're both concentration, that's why.
Oh, yes. In that case, it would.
Yeah, because fly's concentration, visibility is concentration.
Okay. As soon as you cast fly, you begin to notice that all of the armors turn in your direction.
In Fifi's direction, or...
You guys are next to each other.
Well, okay, I guess, yeah, so before Fifi has flown away, is what I mean.
Yes. They haven't moved towards you, but all of them in unison turn towards Fifi.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fly up and do the
Do we
thing.
see this from the bottom? Can we see this from the bottom?
Those of you who are on the bottom can see that the 2 armor on the stairs turned, looking towards where your friends went, but you can't see what the ones above are doing. They've stopped their patrols and they're looking in your direction, but they haven't come for you. You said you're just gonna fly up?
Stealthily fly.
Stealthily. So does that mean that you're like going around the side and flying up? So that like cut off their line of sight?
Sure.
All right, I'll allow that. You fly up and you find the grappling hook that Professor Gale put there.
Okay.
You can walk along this area. You now have a view of the sky. There's no roof above you where you currently are. You've got a view of kind of this entire area. Looking off towards the north, you see like a lake that looks like an abandoned lumber mill in that area. You see a lot of, they resemble birds, but are lacking feathers. And there's a lot of them kind of moving around up there. And it looks like they're training, it's like a wolf-dog hybrid, but it looks kind of starved, and they appear to be training them. But this is north of you. This is not within this stronghold. But as you walk out along this cliff, you now can look down, and knowing where your friends were, you look down right where they are, and you're able to get their attention. So those of you on the ground can now see Fifi standing on a cliff about 90 foams up, just kind of waving.
While that's happening, I'm going to cast another minor illusion to basically make an illusionary wall face.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, but it has a max of 5 feet, and Millie's under 5 feet tall.
Okay.
So I'm just making a wall face in front of me, so from their perspective, it's just wall.
Okay. They have not seemed to do anything about the fact that you just cast an illusion. They have not.
I'm gonna also cast Minor Illusion, so that basically I'll make words appear in front of Millie that just basically say naked birds training wolf dog, and I'll point in that direction that those things are.
You accidentally put it on the other side of her illusion, so I just
Not the billboard?
Yeah. Oh, is there a gentleman's club up ahead?
What?
So Fifi basically told you what she sees. What are you lowlanders doing?
Right now, I'm looking up at Fifi. Wave.
Yep.
So the rope. So the grappling hook is up there, and what's going on with the rope?
Well, Jason, we just need to toss the rope over to their side, which was the reason why Millie was going to climb up, so she could just lower it for them.
So I'm tossing the rope down. I guess I'm going to lower the rope down so it doesn't just like clatter against the wall.
Okay.
Kevin's
You
picking
have
his
the long
teeth.
enough rope?
It's 95 feet. So
Kevin's picking his teeth with one of his rusty daggers. You know, like
tetanus of the gums.
Wait, you're picking your teeth.
yeah, like a toothpick, but you know.
Did anyone else
He only-
just scream? Like-
He had two daggers, but they happened to be rusty daggers when he got them off whatever body.
Oh yeah, you got that was one of the dead bodies in the dust vigil.
So they're rusty
Wow.
daggers.
That's a really old rusty dagger that belonged to a cannibal.
Super tetanus.
So they're probably just breaking off in your teeth.
Well, you know, you kind of like he cleaned the tip of it, kind of, you know, to try to take the rust off before.
Oh, so you're using just the tip.
With your tongue?
See how it feels.
Kevin, I don't think that's very healthy.
Well, you see, you should. Oh my God, I forgot. Where's my voice? Hold on. All right. Well, you see, I think you're wrong, Sid. I think it's proper to keep your teeth clean, or they rot out. I mean, good dental hygiene is what the doctors used to say.
I don't argue that, but I mean, do you not have anything cleaner to use?
I wiped it off before I used it. Oh! Are you just jealous? I take out another one of my daggers and I here you go, and I hand it to him. Not dagger pointing, like I'm holding the dagger part.
Hilt first.
Okay, roll for tetanus.
Thank you, Kevin.
No worries. Make sure, even though we're on an adventure, always good to have clean teeth. Good dental health.
Excellent, of course.
You're just holding it.
Okay. I think we're going up.
Yeah, as far as I could tell, there's no range restriction on the summons, but they aren't telepathic like familiars.
It's a good restriction. Probably eventually get something that does that. Okay. So, a rope has been lowered down by Fifi. Fifi tied it off on something that's up here. We're going to say it's a rock that seems sturdy enough.
It's the Rock.
It's Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne
He's alive! He survived in this world.
This is a different world.
Yeah. So when he died, he spawned there.
Oh, for those who don't know,
No, it's
Dwayne
the
the Rock
boulder.
Johnson was killed in one of our
Yeah,
first
there we go,
campaigns.
yeah.
It's not the rock, it's his best buddy, the boulder.
Okay. The boulder is conflicted.
Top would totally be a Lalafell.
Yes, you will. Okay. So, there is now a rope. You do have to cross where the stairs are. You'll have to move across to the opposite side. But there is a rope hanging down. It's not a sheer cliff here. This has... it's definitely seen the wear and tear of time. So there's more handholds here and places to put your feet while you're climbing up.
So they get the good side.
So it's not as difficult to climb. It is, however, 90 fulms from the ground.
Are the Dullahan's still facing away?
At the moment, yes. Like, if you wanted to, you could easily time it. They've resumed their patrol. These have. The ones up at the top have not. But watching their patrol for as long as you have, which is a considerable amount of time at this point, you can time it that you would be able to cross when they're not looking.
Good.
Oh, I forgot you had Mountain Dews.
Well, we'd better get moving before they pay more
Well,
attention.
If we're going to be climbing up a rope, I don't think I'd be able to do it myself. I won't be able to let me hold on to them.
You're welcome to hold on to my back, and I'll climb.
No.
Oh, remember, we talked about this
No.
in the Dark Castle place.
No.
You're not even that heavy.
No.
No matter what, I can give guidance as we go, so let's start our way.
Okay. Who's going first?
I'll stay at the bottom to try to catch people if they fall. I'll go last.
All right. So somebody volunteer. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right.
I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a climbing check, please. This is athletics.
That's what I'm great at.
I don't believe that for a second.
Who in our party has a positive athletic score besides Omega and Kevin?
I think Ken does.
You do?
I got a +2, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
very low.
Yeah, DX and I used to
Okay.
climb all the time back when we were
Do they
kids.
get advantage for using a rope instead of a wall?
No, it's just a lower DC in this case.
14.
Okay. It's not the easiest trek up the wall, and it requires a lot of upper arm strength to the point it's difficult for Sid, but you are able to climb up successfully. You're just cursing the fact that they didn't have you teach gym class. So
Hey, you know what? Every little bit counts.
To the ceiling.
what was that?
I said every little bit.
Yeah. I always thought those were so dangerous. What if a kid fell off of one of those?
Oh my god, yeah, because like you get that much padding and you're falling.
You had the thin gym mat underneath you. You'd be fine.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, where was I? Oh, you are now on top with Fifi. Not on top of Fifi.
Hi, Professor. Millie's down there.
Yeah. Can she not get up here?
She fell on her butt.
No, I see.
We can always flip the rope on the other side if the plan is to be up here.
We'll have to make that work somehow. Huh. All right. I kind of wave down to the rest of them.
All right, who's next?
Okay, I'll go next.
Okay. Dave?
13.
13 total. It's a little bit more difficult for you than Sid, but using the rope and the footholds, you are able to climb up. There is a concerning moment on your way up in which one of the footholds that you're stepping gives way, and your knee careens and hits the side of the wall. You got a gash, and you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
But you're able to climb up.
2 points of skinned knee damage.
Well, this is a little bit deeper than a skin knee.
Bad skin.
It's like you hit a sharp area of the wall. So it both stings and cuts. But you are now on top.
All right, so then I'll wave at the next person to come up.
Which will be...
Yeah, it's me. So Shervin's gonna make her way over to the rope, and she's gonna wait patiently for someone to volunteer to carry her up the rope.
The only person that's still at the bottom is Kevin.
Where are the soldiers? Where's Emmerich? Where's Astidian?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about the
The dragon just went whoop, and they're gone.
Stinian probably just jumped his ass
Yeah.
up here.
Right?
Thank you for spoiling that. Estinian comes over to you and says, hold on to my back.
Okay. Well, take a knee for me, please. That way I can wrap my arms around your neck nice and tight.
Do you get motion sick?
No? I don't think
Good.
so.
And he just jumps. Like a straight vertical jump, and then
My God.
lands like right at the edge of the cliff up there, and like kind of forgetting that you're on his back, he starts to like almost fall over, but instead leans forward, and you guys are now up there. This is the first time that you've seen a Stydian not be graceful, but you're there.
She's still clinging. She's still clinging.
On?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be. Okay, yeah, sure.
So she's still going to cling for a bit until he takes a couple steps forward to where she can safely let go.
We're on solid ground. You can let go now.
Thank you. Thank you. I think, yes, thank you.
Most people throw up the first time.
Well, you should learn to be a little bit more gentle.
That's what my ex-wife told me.
Yeah,
He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
Stinian, do you know what those bird things over there are?
They look like Ixal to me.
What are they doing? Training that wolf thing?
It's not my concern.
I mean, they're in here, so could be.
They are quite a ways away from us. I do not think they'll interfere.
Alright, hope we don't regret that.
I rarely regret anything. Alright. So Sherwin, you're on top. Kevin, all that's left is Emmerich and some soldiers at this point.
And Kevin.
Yeah, he's what he said. I motioned them to go forward
Okay.
first. I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. So one of the soldiers, can I just keep watch down here? Maybe. I don't like fights.
Hey, yeah, you can keep watch down here. I don't see anything wrong with that. But if you were to get attacked, you're probably gonna die. It's best to stick with the group. But to be fair, you might die if you're with the group too. So it's really just deciding where you're gonna die. But you might have a better shot if you're with the group. Probably not dying. But then again, we are going to fight dragons, which means you're probably gonna die if you're not strong enough. It's up to you.
Kevin.
Hey,
No, maybe don't give any inspirational speeches to my soldiers.
Kevin, hostage.
I just I think it was good that he weighed his options, but yeah, you got it, turmeric. Oh shoot, Oh, that
Oh,
was the
shoot.
right name.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Devin. All right. Corporal would be the right rank, I think.
I think it's a low level, yeah.
Yeah. He was kind of a lance corporal. He's a lancer.
I like to play
I
on
think
words.
that's accurate, right? Am I being accurate?
No, Lance Corporal's like an E3 in the Marines, but
I mean, you're thinking like infantry
Yeah.
grunt level or mid-level sergeant?
They're above grunt level. Like they're soldiers. They're more elite soldiers, but they're not officers. So I'm not actually sure. I don't really know the rankings that well.
yeah, I mean, ranking doesn't really have to do with like how elite you are. That's like
Because that's more the unit
MOS.
you're in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. But if they're grunts, they're probably like E3s. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a lance corporal would in theory be more senior than a regular corporal.
Yes, that would in this case. I think that would apply.
And the name.
And they also use.
It's great.
All right, Lance Corporal.
Lance Corporal Lance.
Do you foresee yourself being unable to climb the rope? I could do it if I have to, sir, but if I could maybe just keep watch down here somewhere.
Yeah, you know
How
what?
would you warn us of something going wrong? That's a good point.
Well, if it's just a heights thing, I mean, you're welcome to climb on my back and then just close your eyes and I'll make it up there in a jiffy. Climbing's one of my expertises.
He looks like he's initially about to refuse, and then he kind of leans back at like
Admires
Looks at-
Kevin's farmer muscles.
and looks at Emmerich, and Emmerich just kind of shrugs. Right? I'm willing to give that a shot, I suppose. You're a good climber.
I hope I roll poorly. Yeah, I've been climbing things since I was a kid, and yeah, look at these muscles. I mean, really, climbing's super easy. You're really just putting one hand over the next, and then putting your one foot over the next, and you're up before you know it.
All right, we'll give it a shot. And so you kneel down for him to climb on top?
Yep.
Are you having him ride like sitting on your shoulders or like
You
a back?
style.
However he feels most comfortable. I didn't tell him, so whatever way he mounts me.
I'm asking you. I want to know how you're
Yeah,
having
kind of
it.
like arms around kind of around the neck, like a little bit around like the chest area. Hi, Audrey.
Hi.
Oh, my
like
camera
that.
again.
Lives in a village there.
Hi.
Hi, Audrey.
That sounded like Kirby. Hi.
I did.
Hi.
No,
Oh, that sounds way more like Herbie.
Yeah, that's a little bit more so. And she's fluffier. All right. Try not to swear while she has her headset on.
All right. So yeah, so just put your arms like this around my chest, and just hold on. Keep your eyes closed, and I'll be up there in a jiffy.
All right. What's your strength score?
I have +7 to strength.
All right, that's really good. Obviously.
Wait, what?
You have a +7 to strength.
Well,
The ability.
+7 to athletics.
Yeah.
What's your strength score? Your modifier.
My modifier.
Yeah.
So I have a 19 in strength, so it'd be a +4 in strength plus my proficiency bonus. That's for saving throws. No, +4.
You're used to carrying some pretty heavy things. Never while you're climbing though. And this is a fully grown man wearing armor on your back. He weighs no less than 250 pounds.
Ain't no problem.
I need you to roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Oh, easy. With disadvantage, my lowest roll was a 13 plus 7, so 20.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, my lowest roll was a 13.
That's very impressive. Wow. Okay. You are able to scale the wall, scale up the side of the cliff with this scaredy cat knight on your back without trouble, and you make it look easy.
All right, we're up. You can open your eyes now.
Oh, my eyes have been open.
Okay. I step kind of like way forward, so he.
Yeah,
know,
he gets off as soon as he can. As soon as it's safe, he lets go of you. The other knights climb up without issue, and let me roll to see what happens to Emmerich. Makes it up without issue. Wouldn't that be funny if Emmerich died right here? Would that?
Heartbroken.
Oh, Sherwin, that jump looks super fun.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Next time you feel free to climb up on me. I mean, I took him. He was fine.
No, I'll leave that to your wife.
I mean, she's never really gone climbing with me. She's not really the athletic type, but yeah, I guess so. That's fine.
You never let her get on top?
I mean, I've never had to carry her anywhere. You know? At least not on my shoulders.
Well, she's missing out.
That's mighty kind of you.
Wow. Well, that's sure saying something nice about Kevin. Okay.
Well, I will move the rope back over to Millie, so Millie can try to climb up.
Oh, you're dropping it on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. While you're doing this, Estinian says to Kevin, who's walking away. Makes a U-turn.
Just gonna get soda, but go ahead.
I hear that you're interested in jumping.
I can jump, but not as good as you can jump. I mean, ooh, that was a nice jump. I mean, you soared.
With your build, you might make a good dragoon. Have you considered that?
I don't know what a dragoon is.
It's me. It's what I do.
I never considered it. What kind of benefits does that get me?
You get to jump really high, really far, use a lance, take down big enemies, be perfectly suited to fight dragons.
Now you're speaking my language. Yeah. Sign me up.
When we get back to Ishgard, we can discuss.
If we get back to Ishgard.
Ever the realist.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that, so I'm just going to move now.
I give him a big slap on the shoulder, like a hearty, like friendly slap, like knowing he's a bigger guy, like harder than I would like Sherwin or anyone else in the party. Like friendly.
Yeah, cut my thumb. Not bad.
He takes it and doesn't even stumble. He's just like, whatever, and just continues moving. His armor is real strong. Like it feels well made. It's very well made.
Paper mache.
You toss the rope down to Millie.
How did Captain Havsey get it?
Captain Havsey. Oh shit, I forgot about that one. I'm just gonna be honest. I forgot. We're gonna retcon that and say Captain Havsey is the one that was on Kevin's back.
All right. At least he has a good excuse for being concerned.
Yeah. Honestly, I completely forgot that I bisected one of the army guys. DMs make mistakes sometimes. All right.
I checked the capacity for silk rope is at least 700 pounds.
Oh, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Silk is way stronger than
it, like
people
at least in it was in Pathfinder's like 700 pounds, but then if it's like aerial silk rope from aerial acrobatics, it's 1,100 kilograms.
That's crazy.
Which is fucking also big. All right, so Millie's gonna try once again.
Now here's a question. Because those of you who are up on this little side ledge here, it's not a huge area, and it doesn't really lead anywhere. So I'm not really sure why you're coming up here. It's probably because I didn't describe it well. But it's like an outcropping, and it's not attached to anything. It was just built up as...
Was it like previously attached to something, and then something fell in the hole?
It looks like it might have been attached to the building.
Like more ramparts or something?
Right. But at this point, it's not attached to anything, and you can't see... Like, you could see the ruin in front of you, but there's like 40 foams between where the ruin is and where the furthest point that you can get on this sidewall is. It's the same thing with the wall on the opposite
So
side.
there's not really any benefit to being up on those things.
Right. It's likely that there was something perched on this before, but not anymore.
Does it allow us to kind of like get past some of those guards, golem guard
Not at all.
things?
Not even
Not
a
at
little
all.
bit.
Well, yeah, not
Damn.
even if we hopped on the other one. If we were managed to.
If you manage to hop 40 foams over, then you would be on a bit of stone, like masonry, that is attached to the ruin with no clear way of getting into the ruin from there. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Okay, do we have any druids around? Anyone a druid in this party?
Sid's kind of a druid.
I play druid in a game I play.
Yeah, I heard this story. You know, druids can shape sand and make them into things, and maybe that can get us across.
If we get down to where Millie is, could we distract one of the Dullahans and kind of make our way past?
So since you're calling it Dullahan now, I'm just going to call it Dullahan, because I know I let that slip earlier. It's not a big deal, but I don't want
I'm
to
sure
call it
Emmerich or Estinian would know.
That was what they were called in folklore. So
Yeah. Are the ones downstairs still staring at where Millie is hiding behind?
Yes, they have not resumed their patrol. The ones on the stairs have.
Gotcha.
From your vantage point here, well, you're not up here yet, unless you did climb up.
No.
Okay. From everyone else's vantage point up here, you can see there is another. I don't know that it's a pathway. I'm thinking of it more like a rampart area, about 100 fulms in the distance, and you can see that there's at least 2 more Dullahan that are patrolling out there.
And that would be in the direction going past the 2 already next to us.
But this is an elevated section, so they're lower than the ones that you saw.
All right, well, now we're up here. Why are we up here again? Millie?
Millie did not climb up. She stayed at the bottom.
Fifi, why are we up here again?
4 times, which is the whole position received to Millie.
Eric, you still there? Did you take the kids to bed? Guess he's not there. Well, taking a look at things, it doesn't make sense for us to really be up here. So we have to go back down now?
I think we need to somehow get past these armor.
Great. Did anyone bring a bridge?
Oh yeah, I keep one in my pack.
Oh, perfect. Is it going to be around like 40 ohms long? I think that's...
I was being sarcastic, Kevin.
Oh. Yeah, how could someone keep that in a pack, unless it was that bag, that religious bag thing that you could put things in, and, you could just keep putting things in there, and it seems like there's nothing in there, but there's stuff in there. Like hold stuff? I don't know.
The bag of holding that we have, Kevin?
That's what it was, the bag of holding.
Are bags of holding religious? Am I blaspheming against hello?
Yeah, anything that you can't explain is either done through science or religion.
I don't think that's accurate.
It's true. The Book of Bob says so.
The book of... Anyway, let's, where are we going from here?
Well, is there anybody have any ideas on how we might be able to distract those things and sneak by them?
Yeah, I have an idea. I take the guy that was on my back, just chuck him down now.
Just throw it.
I'm still thinking maybe there's some way we can figure out a way across this gap. Maybe like some rope bridge or...
Is there anything above us? Or is it just clear skies?
The ruin, there's nothing directly above you in terms of a ceiling or a roof. But looking up, you can see that the ruin does encompass a little bit higher than where you currently are.
Is there a way that is it 40 feet higher? So it's just here's Indiana Jones swing. If someone were able to fly and put in the middle of the top in the rope and then swing. And
Yeah, like Tarzan swing over it.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones swing.
Like a fulcrum. Theoretically, yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I just wanted to know if that was an option. Not that we're gonna do it.
I like the ingenuity.
that's what I was thinking. Unhook the grapple and reattach it up higher to where we could just, Indiana Jones / Tarzan swing over to the other side, one by one.
Why don't you say the
Just so I know, are you trying to swing over to the ruin, the building, or are you trying to go to the path that was to the north?
Whichever place that we need to go to.
So if you were to go to the building, the 40 films that I mentioned earlier, it's like a small outcropping, and there's like nowhere to go from there.
Oh, got
It's
it. Okay.
just a path to the building. There is a path down below there was a path down below. It's now like a 30-foot drop. That one, you can try to find a way across, or you can go through where the Dullahan are.
We then just reattach the rope to where we can lower ourselves down to the path?
Yeah. The same place that it was attached before when Millie was trying to climb up, and then Fifi flew up.
Does that make sense, or is it just putting us back to where we started?
You're trying to lower yourselves down to where Millie is at this point, right?
Right.
Yeah. Then yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. So
How about this? Why don't we disengage the grappling hook with the rope and reattach it where we can lower ourselves down to where Millie's hiding?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Is there a way to go where? And I kind of try to look over. Is there a way to go from where like Millie's hiding? Where are we going after that?
I would like to cast dancing lights behind the Dullahans that are paying attention to where Millie is.
okay. When you cast that spell, is that a cantrip? That is, right?
Mhm.
Okay. The dancing lights show up behind them, but it's behind them and they don't see it.
Can I have it kind of move around them? See if
Are you
it
trying
catches.
to make a dance?
I'm trying to. Hey, maybe a little rave.
I think you can cast dancing lights and make it look as a vaguely humanoid shape. Like you have either options with 3 balls or options with vaguely humanoid.
It just said torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. Oh wait, no. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form.
Ooh.
That's cool.
So are you telling me that there are 4 lights?
There are 4 lights.
Okay.
Excellent.
Hey, everyone down! Shh, shh, shh. There's something over there. I think something's coming this way.
I'll form them into a humanoid-ish shape and try to grab one of the Dullahan's attention.
So you're putting it in front of it?
Yeah, I can move it 60 feet at a bonus action on a turn.
Hey, Fifi,
Okay.
get your bow ready.
So you're putting it in front of the Dullahan at this point.
Right.
The 2 of them. They both immediately turn and look towards it. Like their body contorts in a way that I'm just using the term not natural. I would use that all night, but they contorts in a gross way. What was that?
Oh, he's just fine.
Yeah, they don't have one, as far as you can tell, or at least not anymore.
One of the lights on one of the guys. Have them try to like kill each other.
But you made a vaguely humanoid shape in front of it, and they immediately, after looking at it, begin sprinting towards it.
All right. I kind of motion for people to start going and try to move it around and try to get it.
I just want to describe this for you, and maybe you can draw it so it's easier to see. Where they're coming from, it's in the direction of your group. So, stopping your dancing light right there, where they're charging for it, it might create somewhat of a distraction, but they're still in the direction of your group. I don't know if that made sense.
I can So I have 120 feet of range that I can move it to start
Where
to
are you
cast
moving?
it. Well, I'm trying to do it so it moves them away from the path, so we can
So you're
try to
like-
run past them
Are you having it run like towards the hole in the
towards
broken
like the
path?
steps, to the front,
Oh,
so we
towards
can
the step.
so we can run behind, past them.
Okay, sure. They go running after it. They chase it.
Like that, with the top arrows being the Dullahans, Squiggle Dude being the lights, and then going down towards
Right,
the stairs.
then away so we can come down and run
And
into
it's
the ruin.
further down the stairs then.
Honestly, I thought you were going to have it run across the hole and have them fall into the hole, like lemming style. But too late now.
Aw.
Dang it.
They begin very quickly chasing after it and going down the stairs, where the other two that are there now begin to chase it as well.
Are they doing any of the spikes, or are they just chasing?
They're chasing at the moment.
Swords out, swords back.
They have their swords out. And they're moving very fast. Like, they're keeping pace. But, for the moment, they are chasing after your dancing lights. Well done.
Estinian, can you get me down there quickly so I have more range?
Yes. And he doesn't ask you to hop on. He just puts his arm around you and jumps down, taking you with him.
Hey, why are
And
they
he
going
sets you down
towards those lights?
Right next. He like sets you down right next to Millie.
All right, if we're going to go, we better go quickly.
So you made it go further down.
I'm making it go as far as I can down the steps.
Good thing you didn't have one of the knights stay
I
down
was
there.
just gonna say.
All right. So now that you've done that, now that you've done that, you do have somewhat of a clear path in that direction to the south. So is everybody climbing down as quickly as possible?
Yep.
Yeah.
Since you are descending with haste, I need
Oh, no.
everyone to roll climbing checks at disadvantage.
What if I'm
Or
flying?
potentially falling to the depths. So how far to the south is the next? Is that the upper ruin with the other two that you mentioned?
That was about 100 phones from where you were.
And is it like, in what way are they elevated? Is it a cliff that they're elevated from, or is it on top of the hill, more stairs?
No, it's like it's flat. Like it was an outcropping extending from the building. So it's elevated as in like being held up by columns.
So it's kind of like a deck.
Yeah.
So but then is it a hill to get up to where they are?
You can't see. Because when you go to the south, it curves around again to the east, and you can't see.
So we can only see them because of their elevation.
You couldn't see them. The ones that were up on the cliff could.
Okay.
Yes. That's the only reason they saw them.
Gotcha. Millie's gonna go towards the bend before it heads east.
Okay.
And just peek like around the corner.
Looking over, you see
Sneaky
rusted iron bars, like lining the side of the pathway, not preventing you from coming, but it's like they're still there, and it's lining the stone on the side as if to prevent somebody from coming in from that direction, or now that you look over it, you see it's a pretty sheer fall.
So like a railing.
It's kind of a rail, at least a protected rail this way. So you have a really high quality camera, John.
Yeah, it's my Canon 90D.
It's nice.
My Logitech's not working. I don't know why.
I was just noticing you were leaning back, and I'm like, he looks at HD right now. It's like, yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's what you see. It does seem to curve in to an alcove, which you can't really tell what's in.
Do the knights, the Dillahams make noise when they move? Like clankety clanks?
Yes, it sounds just like running in a suit of armor, a very large suit of armor. Because if I didn't make it clear, the Dullahams are like 10 feet tall.
Oh, okay, so it's not like animated plate mail, it's animated super armor.
Yes. But it looks like plate mail.
Yeah, but bigger.
Yes. Sorry, if I thought I said that last time, but now I'm realizing I probably didn't. They're like 10 feet tall and proportional.
Do I hear the sounds of any Dullahans in my immediate vicinity? Like in the alcove?
You don't see any.
But I hear it.
No.
How many feet down is the
sound?
How many feet down is the climb down?
25.
25 bones.
Cool.
I'll
So-
check out the alcove.
Okay. The rest of you that are climbing down before that happens, I don't know who went first, but just tell me, whoever answers in what order, that's the order you went down. So, what'd you get? Somebody answer me.
I'm gonna grab Sherwin. After seeing Estinian like grab and like do that jump thing, now Kevin thinks he can plunge.
John, are you trying to save her from a bad roll that she already rolled?
No.
Are you sure? Because I can read the chat.
Maybe. But I'm doing it.
No cheating.
All right.
I mean, I did not hear any announced rolls.
Kevin rolled a 17. Good luck.
Okay. So, Kevin, you're able to... That was with disadvantage?
With disadvantage of 10, yeah.
Yeah, you're able to climb down pretty easy. The next down is...
4.
Oh, shit.
Catch me, Kevin.
I'll use my reaction to cast Featherfall.
You can't.
Okay.
You have a cantrip right now.
That's not concentration.
And neither is Featherfall.
Wait, anti-light's not a concentration.
I don't think so.
If you're
Most
controlling it, it has to be
well,
concentration.
Some can. Not entirely, but...
Well...
Oh, it is concentration.
Yeah, if you're
But
controlling something, usually...
Featherfall is not concentration, so it would not...
Oh,
break
that's
it.
right. I can do both.
Yeah, you could
I
do
can keep
1,000 Featherfalls and it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
It wouldn't conflict.
As long as concentrations, as long as dancing light's the only thing I am concentrating on.
John,
Then you have to roll a concentration check. If you're
No,
casting
you-
a spell, right?
I don't know.
No, you get hit by damage. So you can't have 2 concentration spells at once.
Got it.
But if you have 1 concentration, you can cast something
Yeah.
else.
Awesome.
Yeah. The minute you cast your second concentration spell, the first one drops, and like David said, only damage potentially breaks concentration.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Or stuns.
So Featherfall just cuts the speed that you're falling in half, right?
No, it reduces you to 60 feet per round and you do not take fall damage, but it only lasts 1 minute. So that's why we had to time it on the ship till
Yes,
right
I remember.
before we hit.
Okay, so Deus begins to slip and fall. Not a great climber, bunnies, I guess.
Well, it's like you can lead a horse upstairs but not down.
Yeah. I wouldn't jump up.
You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead. Anyway.
Graphite.
What was that?
Graphite.
I was doing the dad joke. I thought Eric would be proud of me. Anyway.
I was proud of you. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so Deus, you feel yourself falling slowly. You're not exactly sure why, and then you look down and you see Poe is just like pointing at you, kinda, and you slow down and hit the ground and don't take damage.
Nope. I catch him. I catch her.
Okay, you fall to the ground more slowly and land in Kevin's arms.
Oh,
Hey,
Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, you all right there, DX? It looks like you slipped.
Yeah, I did, but I think I can fly now. I'll try to
Oh,
stop
yeah. I was going to say, I've never seen you fall that slow. Usually when you fall out of trees, you fall fast.
I know, this is unnatural. Maybe my innate powers are now coming to the surface.
I think that must be it. Next time we see a cliff, that's probably going to be a good time to try it.
Yeah, like that chasm that Millie almost jumped in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Time to multi-class into Black Mage, I guess. Something like that. Okay, Fifi, you still have fly on, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm assuming you just fly down.
Yep.
Okay. Sherbin, tell us what you rolled.
5.
5.
It's not that horrible.
Okay. Sherbin begins falling down.
Featherfall can get 5. I don't know if it can count for her.
Well, you cast it a second time, right?
If you let me use another reaction since we're not in combat, yeah.
I mean,
No.
she started climbing down after Kevin did.
Right.
Or after Deus did.
Yeah, so if I can do it again, I'll burn another one.
Yeah, I'm assuming she was starting to climb down more than 6 seconds later.
Yeah.
Sherbin begins to fall. Sherbin, you don't wear a dress, right? You're wearing pants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. All right. Sherbin begins to fall. I was going to have you like Mary Poppins it down. But your falling begins to slow as well. You actually know the spell Featherfall, so you assume that somebody cast it on you. Not know as in you cast it, you know of it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you assume that somebody cast it on you. but you plop down on the ground.
I catch Sherwin too.
Okay.
Oh wow! Are your powers awakening too?
Get away.
No, not quite. I think whoever cast Featherfall on me had a pretty good instinct to keep that on hand. So thank you, whoever cast that. Thank you very much.
I mean, you're saying a lot of words, but I'm not sure what they mean. But you're welcome. I let you down.
Me down.
I'm sitting there waiting for anyone else to fall and to catch them.
I think it's Emmerich and Hadsies.
That's a good point. No, Estinian jumped back up and got Hazzies. Oh shit. One of the knights rolled a nat 1.
Oh, does that count against our...
No. It's if I roll a 20.
So whenever Halfsies and Estinian go to dinner...
Not the NPCs. What was that?
Whenever Halfsies and Estinian go to dinner, does Halfsies always pay? You want to go Halfsies?
I'm trying to figure out what would be the equivalent of Dutch in Final Fantasy. Going Zavnarian? I don't know.
Yeah. He totally sparked like an old memory of like
That accent in that game.
What was that?
There's nobody with like that Scandinavian accent.
Yes, there is.
Not that I've seen yet.
Wait, yes, you have.
Who?
Lena, the captain of the guard in Shadowbringers. She's got the Icelandic kind of thing going on.
Not the thought she was Scottish.
No.
No?
She's,
or is that the fairies?
Like, almost all of the Viera that you encounter have Icelandic accents.
Perfect. Oh, then I'm going to play someone from Norway next. I'm from Norway. I'm going to talk like this the entire time.
Please do. And to get into character, just watch Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, before every session.
I love it. Yeah.
You never seen it?
No, I heard it was so good, though.
It is
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah,
Like,
so good.
Yeah, Will Ferrell in that?
Yeah, Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. Right, I love her. They have such good chemistry. I was shocked. But that, you watched it, right?
No.
I'm from Norway.
It's funny, but it's also just a great movie.
It's a good
It's
film.
like
Yeah, just a fun, like,
good
sports film.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But
I
it was
think
very
sports is like a competition.
Very enjoyable. Okay, so all of you. Wait, no. All of you are on the ground except for one of the knights, who fell head first into the ground.
Caught him. How much damage did I take?
You're trying to catch him?
Yeah, I know. He weighs 200 pounds plus
You're
armor.
also currently holding Deus and Sherbet.
No, I put them down. I assume everyone's going one after one. So, like, I'll talk to them for, like, 6 seconds and set them down. And, you know, like...
Give them a little pat on the head.
Just want to point out, you're
Like,
trying
like
to catch
juggling
a fully
plates.
armored knight falling from 25
Dude, I
feet.
know it's not smart, okay? Like, does Kevin do things that are intelligent?
Okay, well, first, roll a dexterity check for a reaction.
Oh, God.
We'll actually call this a dexterity saving throw to see if you can catch him in time.
That is 11, nat 11, and that's good.
I'm going to say that's not enough. Sorry.
He
the
catches
reaction
him by
time-
the feet after he's already hit the ground.
We'll go with that. And unfortunately, the damage that he took broke his neck. So that knight is dead.
Alright, so was that onesie, twosie, redsie, or bluesie?
Redzy.
Redsie dead.
But
He's
like,
obviously the one wearing the red shirt.
Fine had I not tried to catch him.
that's exactly what I was thinking. What was that?
He would have been fine had I not tried to catch him.
No, he still would have died.
Okay, then I don't feel
You
bad.
caught his foot after he hit the ground.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
And,
Buddy.
His head
buddy.
is not in the right direction.
Hey. I don't think this guy's moving. I go to check his pulse. Kevin does another check. Oh, medicine check.
Kevin is moving. He's just not moving the right way.
13 on the medicine check. Yes.
He
Check-
appears to have a broken neck.
Oh,
Give him mouth to mouth. That worked last time.
Rub some aloe vera on his back.
a poor guy. I mean, there's no way for me to carry him down. I try to loot his body.
You never watched Red vs. Blue?
I have.
Oh, it's from that. It's like, what are you gonna do if I get a gunshot wound? Rub some aloe vera on my back? Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, I think he's dead.
If he walks with Halone now, We need to get rid of his body so they can't see it.
Whatever you're gonna do, let's do it quickly before I have to get these things.
Estinian just very quickly grabs the leg out of Kevin's hand and drags the guy and throws him over the side into the pit where the broken path went. We cannot afford to give him burial rights right now.
I mean,
I hope you're the one that's going to tell his family what happened to the body.
That's Amrek's job. That is my job. Let us proceed. And they begin moving forward in the direction that Millie went.
Cool.
I will stand by the steps and make sure that the things are still distracted while everybody goes.
Okay, they have run completely down the stairs, chasing your image, and your image went as far as it can go, and you just see them standing there slashing at it.
That is Benny Hill playing.
The yakety sax.
Alright, so you see a set of double doors in the alcove. Closed.
Like bar doors or like saloon doors or full doors?
They're full. Sorry, I was trying to realize what you meant by saloon, but
Yeah, just
like that. Yeah. No, they're full doors.
It's gonna. Is there a keyhole?
There's no keyhole.
Alright, then she'll listen at the door and for the sounds of clankety clanks.
You don't hear any inside.
Cool.
You do hear some above you.
Like, kind of like it sounds like directly above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And these ruins are super duper old. How does this door look? Like, how well kept does the door look?
Surprisingly well kept.
Suspiciously well kept. I'm gonna look for traps.
Okay.
Investigation. 16.
You don't notice any traps, but you do see that it appears to be barred from the inside. You can see it through a slit. A very thin slit, but
How thick does the bar appear to be?
it's like a 2x4 kind of thing.
Can I tell wood or metal?
No.
Any chance the hinges are on the outside?
They do open outwards.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the group.
Well, the group is there now.
Oh.
The rest of you are there now. Is there any other entrance, or is this the only one?
This is to Deus.
Okay.
And then towards Emmerich and Estinian, because they can read better than Kevin.
It's not a bad idea. I know precious little about engineering. This might be your forte.
You.
40 what though?
So Millie will start to go to work on one of the door's hinges, like plop in a dagger and try to pry up the pin.
Yeah. And I'll do the upper one.
So, one of you, roll an engineering check with advantage.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 22.
22. Okay. Two of you make pretty quick work of it. It's an old mechanism. It's kind of rusted, so it's a little bit difficult. It's not a quiet process, but best of your knowledge, the Dullahans have not returned yet, at least not to their normal patrol. You get all 6 hinges removed, like the pins removed from all of them, within a couple of minutes.
Oh, I only want to remove hinges on one of the doors, because then it can pivot out on the other door. Because if it's hinges on both sides, you remove one hinge, the bar would hold both the one door to the other door, and then you can pivot
Swing
both
outwards,
doors
yeah.
out on the remaining hinges.
Technically,
Yeah, unless the bar is so long that it is wider than both doors.
I mentioned that the hinges are rusted, so pivoting in one door on the other hinges, we'll just say that proved difficult. Like pulling it out was difficult.
Yeah, if it's too difficult, then yeah, we'll remove that.
So, continuing my narrative, you now have 6 rusted hinge pins, but the door is still upright. It's just with the hinges removed.
Okay.
So what are you doing next?
I'm gonna give the 6 hinges to Kevin for future toothpaste.
And I'll motion for Emmerich and Estinian to hold the door by the hinges and to remove, because half the hinges on the door, half the hinges on the wall.
Estinian just motions to one of the lance corporals to go do it, and Emmerich takes the other side. What was that?
Just a scoff.
Yeah. Not my job. Anyway,
The door's a dragon. Now it's your job.
they pull the door to the point where you hear scraping sounds, but it begins to fall forward. It's very heavy, so they are trying to hold it up, but the other soldiers come in and they help them to lower it down, and it's large enough that it can't be lowered flat onto the ground, and instead rests up along the iron bars that were on the side. So it's like at an angle
Gotcha.
at the moment.
So, egress is no longer blocked.
You can get in, you just have to step over the door that's there.
Cool. This dark inside?
It is dark inside.
Then
There's
Millie will...
no lit torches or anything.
And no windows. That's what I meant. No windows into that room.
Not in that room, no.
Cool. Then Millie will go first to scout it out.
Oh, it's Puppy!
Oh my god.
Hi,
Advantage.
Puppy.
John rolls with advantage as long as he holds the dog.
John, when you come over again, you should bring him with you.
Oh yeah, that'd be actually great. He loves to socialize.
As long as he's more or less house trained, then
outside of those 2 accidents, he's been perfect today. So yeah, more or less, we'll see.
I'm okay with it, and I'm willing to love dogs.
I have spare dog pads if you want me to bring some when that happens.
I bought dog pads too. Yeah. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. That way you don't have to stay home necessarily.
Perfect. Yeah. No, that'd be great.
Other
Say
dogs
bye,
great.
Kingston. Say bye.
Shooting.
Saving money hack, use human incontinence pads and cut them in half.
Oh.
What did he say?
What, say that again?
You use human pads and cut them in half.
Yeah.
10.
They're way cheaper than pet brands.
What's a human pad?
Like a
Like
Pads
for,
made out of human.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, the fuck is that? Now it makes sense. It's the stuff that you put like a bed liner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like for kids.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Huh. I've never actually seen those in a store before.
That's actually a really smart idea.
I have to
I
look
didn't
for
think
those.
about that.
As long as your dog doesn't try to play with them, because then it's all frayed on the end.
And my dog likes to play with them, but honestly, like, so far he's been great. So we'll see if he can keep that up.
Keep that on the balcony, so.
I'd worry he could try to sneak through the
I
balcony.
don't know if you fit through that because Bob doesn't. He looks about the size of Bob.
True.
Okay, anyway, back to the game. Sorry about that.
Sneaky, sneaky alcove times.
Okay. All of you are going inside?
I was gonna go first just to make sure it wasn't like stationary charging Doolahans or something.
There's no Dullahans that you see. Let me... Hold on, I need to reference something.
A super Doolahan.
Yeah, it's a super Dullahan. Oop, wrong image. Okay. It looks on the inside to be in a little bit better shape than on the outside, but it's still overrun with dirt and growth, like weeds, other small shrubbery, I guess is the word. You don't have dark vision.
I do.
Do have dark
I'm the only one with dark vision.
60 feet?
120.
120, right. Okay, you see a relatively straight path ahead of you leading to a T intersection.
Okay. Are there sconces on the wall?
There
or
are,
anything like that?
But nothing in them.
Okay.
One of them has the remains of a torch there, but it's...
Like very clearly burnt out?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go to the edge of the T intersection and peek in both directions.
So the T intersection is 100 fulms away. And looking in both directions, you see one seems to lead to a small path that turns around the corner, and then one leads to the south, which has several branching paths, depending on how far you go.
Okay, so then I went like that. This one goes like that, and then the other
other direction. But it's, yeah, more or less
so
the same.
that way,
yeah,
like that, and then this is the wall that I'm walking down.
Yes, and then there's also a path to the south of that.
And this one has multiple paths?
About the same distance as this was. There's one that branches off this way, and then it continues south. So, like, there's a T intersection right here, and then it continues south.
Okay. So it's a T intersection, and then if I go to my right, that would be another T intersection.
Correct. And then, well, no, I'm sorry. It's a four-way, not a T, because it continues south as well.
Okay. And do I see any light or hear anything from where I'm at this intersection?
You hear echoing drips of water.
Okay. How many torches?
Like a leaky
do
faucet
I have?
kind of thing.
I only have one torch? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, so I'll just head back to the group, and then show the... So that is the layout. The big arrow is the direction Millie went. So then, as we head down, we go to the right. There is one path towards the right. There are three paths to the left. And then, and she'll point out the wall sconces for people who have more than one torch. Or dancing lights.
Do we still have Mr. Bucket?
Yes.
I can cast light on him.
Hey, Millie, which ones go to the dragons, though? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Estinian, can you sense the dragons in any direction?
Yes.
And Mr. Bucket has light on it.
I love that you actually had to go get the prop.
To remind me that it has light on it.
Yeah. So has everybody come in now at this point?
Yeah, I explained where we went, where the things go. And what we have light now.
They're directly that way. But it looks like there's no clear path.
What direction did he point generally?
In the entryway, he's pointing directly towards the wall that's in front of you before the T intersection.
Okay, so then...
He's pointing through a wall.
Yes.
Kevin starts walking, goes straight, trying to go through the wall, like by putting his hand in front of it, like.
Oh, I thought you were like walking into the wall.
9 3/4?
No, there's no clear way for you to squeeze through this solid wall.
Hey, there's no way to get through this wall. Maybe there's some other way around.
Yeah.
Because two of the paths did go in that same direction. If we went to the right and then up the four-way intersection, it would go in that way. Or if we went to the left,
Kevin
it'd
could
go
do
in the
that,
one
he
path
would.
it goes. Yeah. Just two paths did lead in that same cardinal direction.
No.
Well, yeah, okay, because if you said... So
the
here,
four-way intersection has one path that leads in that way. That's it.
oh, you're right, no, the other one goes the opposite
Yeah, I'm
direction.
like looking
bad,
at my
bad.
map, I'm like, how do you figure?
No, it was my first... When I drew it incorrectly the first time, I had it pointing the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch that. Then, yeah, Millie will just point towards the four-way intersection and motion for everybody to wait and make her way.
Wait. Wait.
The red hand again.
Wait. Yes, that's what it's doing.
Yep, so to the next four-way intersection and see what she can see from there. And does the water sound get louder or softer?
A little louder. A little louder. It seems like there's dripping water kind of everywhere around here.
Cave condensation style?
Yeah, except this isn't really a cave. Although now that you're inside, it appears that this fortress, this ruin, was built into the side of a mountain. You kind of got the hint of that from outside. It's a little bit clearer here.
Gotcha.
So it's not everything within this mountain is clearly man-made. Some of it seems to follow a cave system that was there before.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to the four-way intersection, and so you headed south. Looking to your right, it's a dead end. There's an alcove, and you see a bunch of bats that are sleeping there. When you look to the left, this is while you're facing south. You look to your left.
Yeah, so continuing the same way. If I were to continue the same way, dead end. Right, because I was going down the south path and then continuing straight.
If you're going down the south path and you look to your right,
That's
the dead end. Yes. It continues on south for further than you can see. To the right, it's a shorter path that curves to the south.
To the right or to the left?
I'm sorry, to the left. It's my right. So
Yeah, and so, okay, so there was another path that continues to the south?
yes, it kind of curves around.
And no clanky sounds from this intersection?
Not that you hear.
Okay. Reports back to the group and shows that.
Well, I guess if Estinian's the one that's able to sense him, he should take point.
Couldn't agree more.
Alright, so she'll lead him back down the hallway towards that intersection.
You see him looking around, and at one point he just very clearly stares like at a wall. Right? I feel like we're heading in the right way.
Then Millie will leave Mr. Bucket with him and check out the curved path. This one.
It feeds into a larger room. Not terribly larger, but bigger. And it seems to be 4 walls. It looks like this might have been, this is probably one of the hollowed out areas that was man-made. It's got stone flooring, like mason work, kind of stone flooring. There's trace remains of what appears to have once been furniture.
Okay. But even more decrepit than like the Dusk Vigil's furniture was.
Yeah, the Dusk Vigil seems like it was pretty well preserved, probably due to the cold. This is less so, probably due to the fact that there's still water kind of running through. It does have another path that goes to the south and then curves to the east.
Okay, so that would be...
Lots of turns.
So that's the room, and then it has another path that would go like that.
Yes.
And how far did it take me to get to here?
You're talking...
To the room. From the intersection with the Stinian to the room.
From which intersection?
The original 4... Oh, the 4 intersection off of the T intersection.
50 foams.
Okay. Then I'll head about... I'll continue down that path with the one that's going east now to about 50 foams past that.
You find a T intersection, but when you get there, you look north, and whatever was there, it's a cave-in. So whatever path was there, you can't get to. You look south, and it looks like there is a perpendicular turn coming when you come to the south, leading again to the east.
Okay, so I found, so from the second 4-way intersection,
That's a really interesting compass.
north, south, east, west, toward.
Your W is just from my direction, your W kind of looked like a C with a broken leg.
Gotcha.
Now it looks like a shin. which is a Jewish symbol.
Okay, so get the map right. So then, basically, from the four-way intersection, this is where Estinian and presumably the group are.
Yeah.
Dead end.
Infinity.
Don't know. Room. I guess there wouldn't be a wall there.
It's accurate enough.
And then a path.
South and then curving to the east.
So continued that way.
Yeah.
And this led to another T intersection.
Correct.
Yeah.
The north was caved in.
That's not a T.
It's a T intersection, not a four-way.
Yeah. Oop. Okay, so that really only leads one way.
And then that one doesn't have a curve, but it has like a perpendicular path right at the bottom of it. Heading east. Yes, like that. That's as far as you've got.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Updated, slightly condensed map there.
You should probably turn it vertical, since that's where your compass is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if we're...
Alright, whatever.
While that might be north, from our navigational perspective, it doesn't need to be north.
Nope.
Okay. So the upper path is the one Millie's currently on, which goes to the east, whereas the path that's directly in front of Estinian continues to go south. And then there's paths that we didn't check out from the initial four-way split. Or the initial T intersection. We did not go the other way.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Millie will go on back, grab Estinian, and take him to the room that has the furniture crumbles and see what his dragon senses say then.
What am I doing in here?
Point.
Yes, we're heading in the right direction. It's due east of us. Oh, a little northeast now.
So from this room, he's saying that way.
Yep.
Okay. Go on back, grab all the group, take him to the take him to the room with the furniture crumbles, and then go and check that eastward looking path.
Okay. You're going by yourself?
Yep, sneaky like.
Estinian puts his hand on your shoulder. Be careful. I'm sensing smaller dragons, but dragons nonetheless nearby.
Cool. Then Millie will guide herself and super sneak.
What's super sneak?
Just sneak with half movement.
Okay. Sure. You progress along that perpendicular path that I mentioned, and you once again find yourself at almost a T intersection. The northern part of it goes up slightly before it's cut off, and it looks like, again, a cave-in, which you can kind of see through. Like, you can kind of see through the fallen stone here. And it looks like it's a path to the north. And then there's a path directly to the south. Now, as you're peering around the corner, there is a dragon walking around, patrolling the path to the south.
And is it smaller than the ones we found on the airship?
So it's a little smaller,
A little smaller. Okay.
but it doesn't look like it has any trouble moving around it.
Yep, it's a dragoon.
That is
Okay,
the
so that's correct. So this is the path I came from. Rubble with light to the left, dragon to the right.
It's not necessarily light, it's that you can see through the cave-in. Like, it's not completely...
Oh, okay, so it's not to the outside, it's just I could see the continuation of the tunnel.
Right.
Okay. Alright. Go back and report to the group.
Data sequence pretty quiet this session. Anything you want to do?
No, just going with the group right now.
Okay.
Same.
Well, you're never quiet, Kevin.
We'd be hunting dragons.
I couldn't understand what you just said.
We'd be hunting dragons.
How many different Mountain Dews did you bring?
Oh, 2 different types and
Okay.
some cherry coke.
So it's pointing at the rubble not caved in 100%. Just adding the note about the rubble. And how far down the hallway was the dragon?
I mean, there's Charles.
Away from
You know what he's trying to say?
What was that? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, what did you say again?
Pictures, so we know what you're trying to say. Seriously.
Something about pictures so they know what they're trying
Oh,
to say.
am I like cutting out or something?
Yeah, gonna fade
Yeah.
out.
It's distorting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to fix it. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, last time when you just when you disconnected and reconnected, it worked fine.
I guess we said it was walking away from me.
Yes, and it's about 60 films away from you at the moment.
Cool.
And further. Say again?
That should be better.
That does sound better already.
Awesome.
I figure that they would have a dragon patrolling towards the direction of the main area more so than rubble, no?
Wait, there's a dragon?
Millie nods in agreement with Sid's assessment.
All right, let's go. Kevin takes out his regular sword and just point me out where they are, Millie.
We think
Kevin had Athenian. She holds off on pointing Kevin in any direction until the rest of the group chimes in.
do we think we could take one out without alerting other ones nearby?
It could be a sniper.
Okay, now you're cutting out.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does that.
Discord,
Which
not
one
you.
is-
Just Discord stuff.
Maybe when Sony officially takes it over, they'll make it better.
Sony's buying Discord? Oh,
Go ahead.
I didn't know
Better?
So much better.
that.
Okay. Well, we should be careful about attacking the dragon. As Sid mentioned, it could be a screamer.
Hey, what do you mean screamer? Like something
Meaning-
screams?
Not your wife.
Right. Right. If it screams and alerts the other dragons, then we'd be in trouble.
I'll just cut its throat first and then try to kill it.
I mean, if we can try to get to its mouth first, limited sound it can make without it noticing us, we might
Well,
be able
is
to get a jump on it.
Any way to attract the dragon over? So like into a trap? So, you know, what do dragons like?
Out of my realm of knowledge,
If you're asking me, dragons aren't stupid, despite how they may seem. Very intelligent.
I don't know. There's no beast that's that intelligent.
Well, I mean, they didn't follow us on the way down with that airship. Once they saw that we were descending, they left.
Well, they saw the power of what I did with that spear, and they decided they didn't want none of it.
I don't particularly like using you as human bait or as living bait, Millie, but Justinian, would it follow Millie or would it go for help first?
It's impossible to say. Dragons are sapient creatures, capable of making their own decisions. No two dragons are alike.
Sounds like bait is a good idea.
Well, I'm not volunteering.
I will volunteer.
Is there perhaps another way that we can go without fighting this dragon?
I thought we came here to kill those dragons.
We came here to kill a specific dragon. I'd rather not tire ourselves out on the way.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
If I'm not mistaken, Millie described the dragon as moving in a direction opposite of the one that Estinian felt. The powerful one that Estinian felt. Does anyone have something that can make that possible?
Quietly and quickly. Oh,
Clear
yeah.
the rubble.
The rubble. Would we be able to clear the rubble without drawing attention to ourselves?
Wait, what rubble?
How big is the hallway?
15 phones.
About how much of the rubble do you think we would need to move to be able to just squeeze through?
I don't know. I'm not the best at squeezing through things. I'm not saying it's a no. I'm just saying that, my whole life I've been kind of on the heftier side, and squeezing isn't really my thing. Unless you're talking about squeezing Sweet Georgina's bosoms. Oh, I do miss them.
Yeah, me too, Kevin. Me too.
Yes, I can't wait till we get back.
Okay.
In these situations, you're gonna have to use pictures. I'm trying my best, Millie. I really am. I just have no clue what you're trying to say.
I think in this case we might need to rely more on strength than what magic I can provide, if we want to try and keep our strength up for the fight that comes.
Right, then if strength's what you need, that's what I got. How can I help?
Moving rocks, right, Millie?
What?
Moving rocks, right, Millie?
No, I wouldn't say anything here, rocks. I mean, guess it's okay if you like.
I missed the Kevin part. I was like, moving rocks? Is that a code?
Kevin.
But yeah, so she'll nod in response to that.
Wait, so you're trying to ask me to move some rocks?
Well, there's supposedly 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Well, if we can physically get get the rubble out of the way within 10 minutes, I guess that's the way to go.
Wait, are they rocks or are they rubble?
A little of both.
All right. Well, you know what? If I can move it, if I can pick it up, I can move it.
Are you relying solely on Kevin to move them?
No. Just putting Kevin to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Working,
We'll try to
thinking.
rig up like a little lever system
As
for
you
him to use.
are about to turn the corner into that perpendicular hall that I mentioned.
I was still going to have Millie go check to make sure the dragon is still moving away.
Well, Dave said that they went over there too.
I didn't catch that.
Okay, well, I was going to go check out the rubble once you put up the illusion, right?
Oh, have you put up the illusion yet?
No, that's what I was going to check first, because I don't want to put up the illusion as the dragon's coming.
Whichever of you is there first. You actually see the dragon, like down the hall. Like you peek around the corner and the dragon's there. Just kind of looking around, and then turns around and begins moving south again.
Okay, so as soon as it turns around, I will put an illusion that is basically, so if this is the T intersection, this 15-foot cube looks exactly like this 15-foot cube. So just like a spy movie where they loop the footage. So this 15-foot, actually no, this 15-foot space. So that way, oh, okay, backtracking further. How much space is there between this point and the rubble?
15 feet.
So this is 7, that space right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, so the junction itself is the illusion to look like it is an empty junction. So if you're looking this way, you would see an empty junction regardless of what's going on over there.
You wouldn't see the rubble?
No, the rubble's still there. It basically, like, if you're looking at that, I have made a screenshot of that facade to put in front, so anything happening behind it, you know, it's like I put a picture in front of my webcam.
Yeah. So it still has the depth, is what he's saying.
Okay, that's what I was going
Yes.
for. So it's like Mission Impossible when they're infiltrating the Kremlin.
If it's that new one.
It's, I think, 5?
I probably haven't seen it. But yeah, essentially that. Just putting an image with the right depth of field and everything, so if you're approaching it, it looks correct.
Sure. You should watch that movie. They've gotten really good.
See, that's the thing, is like, I figured it's like, okay, it's Mission Impossible 11D6, it's gonna be garbage.
Nope. All of them have been good except for, I want to say except for like number 3.
2. Number 2 is awful.
Number 2 is bad. The third one
We
was
won't
the
talk
John
about
Woo
number 2.
one, right?
Was number 2 the one where everyone had a fake mask on and little voice chips and they had little air guns to inject stuff into people?
Yeah, it was that biological...
The bio agent? That was, okay, that's the only one I've seen.
Number 3 is the one where it starts with them scaling a cliff, like, without equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one where he's doing a building, and I was like freaking out when he was climbing on
The
outside
Burj
of it.
Khalifa.
Yeah, I was like, no
That
way.
was the same movie I was just talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Because
really
it
good.
looked that
You don't like
real.
heights?
Nah. Well, heights are okay. I
It's
don't like
getting
falling
the-
to my death.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck physics.
Okay. Yeah. So illusion's up, and then Millie hits the buzzer 4 times to let Deus know to bring the group.
Okay. Who all is coming over that you're using for heavy labor? Just everybody? Because that's going to be a crowded 7-foot spot if you have the group.
Well, they can
Emmerich,
hide
Opinion.
in the illusion because it doesn't. I mean, if the dragon sees through it, he's going to see through it either way.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, it's a good question.
it is an investigation check against my spell DC, which is 13. However, I do believe it requires an action to investigate it.
Well, I'm just seeing. Okay.
No, not my illusion.
Hollywood won't let Tom Cruise have sex.
What?
Nothing what Poe posted.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't think about it, but it's very true. Like, yeah, all the movies he's in, like, he's not. See, and they're perfectly fine movies.
He's supposed to be this like heartthrob, but he doesn't
Was it?
do
Did he?
anything anymore.
What about the movie where he kept dying all the time? I thought he didn't he?
No.
Live, die,
No.
repeat. They don't
Yeah,
actually have camera. He
no.
just mentions it. He mentions, he's like, oh, have you tried doing this? She's like, yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's
So
a really good movie, by the way.
It
Yeah,
is.
agreed.
Edge of Tomorrow. It was Live, Die, Repeat was what it was based off.
The tagline, yeah.
Okay, so 2 points about the illusion. It says a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine its illusion with a successful intelligence check, investigation check against my spell DC, and I can alter the image. So, being that I'm hiding within the illusion to look out for the dragon, specifically so that when the dragon approaches, I can alter the image to maintain the appropriate depth of field as the dragon approaches. So that way, it's not a foot away, and it still looks like it's 40 feet away. So, really smart.
Okay. Alright. So, in your group, who's helping move stones?
Well, I was going to grab Kevin and bring him with me because I know he knows manual labor.
Yeah, I would say Estinian, all the able-bodied people that like won't make too much sound.
Well, Stinian's not going to take move.
Oh, what a pansy!
Is he on
But,
dragon duty?
He is keeping an eye on the dragon, and he's got his lance already drawn.
Yeah, Millie's got her shotgun at the ready.
So then I guess some of the
Emmerich.
more. Are there any able-bodied soldiers that look like
Yeah,
stronger?
the soldiers and Emmerich will help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Havesy will stay with me because he's got the one arm.
Emmerich, one of the stones falls and lands on Emmerich's hand. It doesn't crush it, but it's painful. Like, and he
Is there
manages
a
to stifle
gauntlet?
a scream. He's just like, yeah, his gauntlet got smashed on his hand. How much does that hurt?
Dented.
Yeah.
It's like the steel-toed boots conundrum of, okay, yeah, the thing, whatever fell on your foot was blocked by the steel-toe boots, but now the steel toe curves inward and cuts off your toes.
I don't think they actually
it can happen. So
that's why I'm not supposed to wear steel-toed boots in the garage.
Really?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they require him to wear gauntlets. The whole thing has to be covered in metal.
You must show up in full plate mail or you're not allowed on site.
The gauntlets. What are the feet called? That gauntlets are for hands. Whatever. You get the joke.
I mean, I know.
Well, no, if you kick someone with steel-toed boots, it's assault with a deadly weapon.
Not kick someone.
I know. I'm
but
just saying.
Yeah. All right. I got kicked in the balls with steel-toe shoes in junior high school.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Did it
Yikes.
clang?
What?
Did it clang?
It didn't. It just caused nerve damage that I didn't find out about until college.
Right.
Yeah.
Is DX by me right now?
Yeah,
enough.
I brought you into the alcove.
So while we're moving rocks, you know what, DX? I feel like this feels like it's been about 8 days. This is about when that mist would come. You know, I always hated that mist, but man, would I give to see it again.
Yeah, I hear you. We got to get back. I'm concerned about everyone we left behind.
Are you trying to tell me that you missed it?
Oh,
No, that's a great joke that I missed. Dang it! Oh, that was such low-hanging fruit. I can't believe my mind didn't go there. All right, you win.
and yet he still rebounded.
Quickly. That's it. Kevin's just gonna keep moving rocks.
Okay, so let's move these rocks as quietly as possible, Kevin. And if I tap you on the shoulders, that means stop talking and stop working.
Both?
Yeah, so I'll set up like a little lever system so that way everyone can kind of like work.
Sure. Moving the rocks, you're not trying to move everything. You're just trying to get enough rocks out of the way that you have a stable passage that you can move through. Millie's sitting in her illusory terrain, and as you're working, this is not going to be a quick process, even though you're working as quickly as possible. And about 4 minutes in, the dragon comes right up to the illusion.
When I see the dragon coming, that's the stop working.
Right.
So as in when it's down
coming,
the hall.
Okay. When it's down the hall, you cue everybody to stop moving. So you click to that.
Yeah, 5 times everybody stops.
Yep.
So like so basically the minute it comes back within line of sight and I know it's coming this way.
Okay.
So that way there's not like I see an empty passway and I hear a bunch of movement or chit chat.
To this point, you've actually been very quiet with moving and setting down the rubble, surprisingly so. And the dragon now approaches the image, where you all are. All right, you can.
Yay!
Probably in that 20.
Nope.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. It gets right up next to the illusion. Like, Millie, you're right here, and the dragon's face is right here. And it's just like... And then turns around and goes the other direction.
Stupid dragon.
And then it turns back around and starts
Right through the illusion. And then I'll wait for the dragon to round the corner again, and then one click for continue.
All right, back to work, everyone. Quickly.
And then let me know when we're approaching 10 minutes on how long this is taking.
And it's at about the 8.5 minute mark as the dragon begins coming back again towards you, or where you can see it at least.
Yeah.
You all feel as if you've moved enough rubble that you can move through. And it's not lit on the other side. Those without dark vision can't really see anything on the other side. But you can see that it is a pathway with a small stairway leading upwards.
How much space is there on the other side of the rubble to that pathway?
About 15 folds.
Okay, so plenty of room. It's not like we're going to have to one at a time go up the stairs to make room for other people.
Correct.
Crawling through.
But the dragon's about 100 folds from you now.
Okay. So just flash broadside around it. Everybody.
Fly, you fools!
Eventually. So I love the take that Gandalf told the party to leave so he could solo the Baelor and get all the experience for himself.
That's why you came back and
Yep.
gave out the
I
light.
was gonna say he did level up, but kind of.
Okay. So, the dragon once again turns around and heads back south. Are you all moving through the rubble?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the message.
Get Mr. Bucket. And
Yep.
Millie will go
check it
last.
out.
Okay. Mr. Bucket makes a noise as it's hopping along on the ground and the dragon is charging for it. No.
Throw Mr. Bucket down the hallway as a sacrifice. Served me well.
No!
Okay. At that point, as you are heading up that stair, we're going to cut it there for tonight and pick up next week. Eric, you can't be here next week, right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, you can't dial in from your vacation?
Jerk.
No.
I dialed in for my vacation and it was horrible, and you guys could barely hear me, and I like listened to like half of the session, but I still did.